People have long been attempting to figure out what life is all about and why we're here, and they employ a variety of metaphors to analyze the meaning of life and its existential problems. People have a tendency to see life as if it were a game. This concept fascinates us because we like viewing life as a competition in which we are pitted against others. We believe that we win the game of life when we are successful. If life is only a game, then what are the rules and how can we play it better? I'm going to show you how life is really just like a game, and if you look at it that way, it can be a lot more fun and pleasurable. So, for the time being, just bear with me while I explain. Put your own thoughts to the side and be willing to consider this new concept. I'm going to show you how life is really just a game. You were born into this world, went from infancy to maturity, and eventually you will get old and pass away someday. Throughout these stages, you will go through many different stages of life, during which you will face many different problems and run into many different obstacles. You may fail, you may lose, but you may also triumph many times over, and you may achieve objectives. You may love, you may laugh, and you may have a meaningful existence throughout this life as you experience the game of existence. However, you may be wondering, what is the game? Well, every game has rules, goals, winners and losers, and in many ways, life may mimic these features. There are norms to adhere to, goals to achieve, victories to celebrate, and losses to endure, and you don't start the game knowing everything you need to know. It's an enjoyable journey to embrace. But how can you enjoy this game of life when failures and setbacks hit you hard? Well, much like a game, you never enjoy playing one that is easy and predictable. You enjoy the game because it is challenging but rewarding at the same time. When you understand this, your life will be so much more fun and enjoyable. You can become anything you want and do anything you dream of. This is your game. You are the only one who can control your life. You are the creator of your own world. Yes, there are other people in this game of life, but they are all playing their own games. What they do has nothing to do with you. Imagine that we are all playing our own separate games inside one big shared game. Each of us can make our game and play it. However we choose, you are in charge of your game. You're in control of yourself and only yourself. If you can change what's happening inside you, your game will change on the outside too. That's just how the game was made. The laws of the universe are the game's rules. They always work. They aren't on your side or against you. They just are. But as a player and the creator of your game, you can use these laws to your advantage. They are tools we use to create our worlds. Understand how powerful you are. We're not just ordinary beings walking around. You are part of what created everything that exists, and you're here on Earth to play with your energy and power to create. You're here to create whatever you like. Imagine that every decision you make is a move in this game, and that every obstacle you have to overcome is a level for you to advance through. This provides you with a fresh perspective from which to analyze the events that have transpired in your life. This metaphor for the game of life has the power to change your mindset from that of a victim to that of a player. Instead of feeling defeated by life's adversities, you begin to see them as challenges designed to strengthen you. You realize that you are not mere spectators, but active players with the agency to strategize, make choices, learn, grow, and eventually win. Every failure is a lesson to be learned, every success is a reward to cherish, and every dream is a quest to complete. It is a freeing realization that eventually leads to mastery, which in turn provides resilience and empowerment. The game of life is no exception to the rule that you cannot play a game without rules. The rule of the game that is life is that life is not about discovering yourself. Rather, it is about building the person you will become. Create yourself. Life doesn't simply happen to you, it occurs for you. Every decision you make, everything you do, and how you respond shape who you are. They form the person you present to the world. The capacity to shape your life is totally up to you. The second guideline is to be strong and resilient in the face of adversity. The greatest glory and living lie not in never falling, but in rising. Every time we fall, life will throw challenges, roadblocks, and traps our way. But every time we face a setback, it's a chance to get back up, become stronger, and get closer to winning in this game of life. The last rule is about connection. We are all players playing our own game, but we are somehow linked together in ways that we might not always understand. When we recognize this, we can play our games more effectively. Learn from your experiences, the experiences of others, your mistakes, and your successes. Knowledge provides you with the tools necessary to effectively navigate the game. Next, keep in mind that patience and persistence are the keys to success. Often we get so caught up in the destination that we forget to appreciate the journey. In the words of Ralph Waldo Emerson, life is a journey, not a destination. Thus, it is essential to persevere and take chances. Embrace every moment and every step of your trip. Discover, make adjustments, and then endure even farther. The true reward lies in a life well lived, a life marked by growth and love, and this game is an infinite game you have to play until your last breath. You might fail, and that's okay. You might lose, and that's okay too, because failure is not the opposite of success. It's a part of success. The key is to keep playing until your last breath. You might fail, and that's okay. You might lose, and that's okay too, because failure is not the opposite of success. It's a part of success. The key: play this game with all you've got, for it's the greatest game you'll ever play in the game of life. I'm so happy that you're watching all the way to the end here. I hope you learned something today, and I wish you all the wonderful things in your life as you play the game of life.